Hi, I'm Candace Ferdinand. I'm a children's book author, and I want to talk to you about my first book, Come Here, Michael. This is my absolute passion. It's currently out on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Get you a copy. I'm going to start reading a few pages of this book to talk to autism parents, particularly autism mothers, because when I wrote this book, it was coming from a motherly place of not knowing what in the world is going on with her son, coping, learning autism, trying to figure it out, a lot of sleepless nights, just tired. So this is the first book. I want to dive into this. I also have two other books. Michael Travels to Nashville, Tennessee, and my latest one is Hey Bluebird, Can You Talk? But this one, let's talk about this one. I want to read you something real quick. It's from the first page of Come Here, Michael by Candace Ferdinand. And this is setting the stage of how I felt for this entire book. Tired. I was exhausted as a mother. Exhausted. So I want to read you a part in the book that says Mom's Commentary. Is at the very end of page 1. And yes, this book is book heavy, and that's okay because I really wrote this book for parents, but children will love the images as well. It's Monday morning and I'm tired. School's out and I'm working from home. I never get enough sleep. And just thinking about today's routine is exhausting. It's a typical day at home with Michael. Michael was diagnosed with having mild autism at the age of 4. I wrote this book, Come Here, Michael, in 2024. So Michael's now 7 and Michael was 4 years old at the time. 4 or 5 years old at the time when I wrote this book. And I was tired. I mean, I was married, but tired. You know, you may be in a situation like I was at that time. I was married, but I was a single parent. Yeah. So not wanting to speak too much on that part, but I want to speak to the mothers who may feel like they're doing it all alone. This book is for you. You got to read this book. You got to have some coffee. You got to digest it slowly. Like I said, it's text heavy. Not your normal typical children's book, but there's something for kids, but there's really something for the mothers and for the autism parents. Not to leave out the autism dads, but I wrote this from a place where I was just exhausted. It's something about being a mother where the weight of the world is just on your shoulders. And when there's something with your child, they're not talking, they're not verbal, they're not able to communicate with you, they're not able to understand what you're saying, sleepless nights, not getting sleep, adequate sleep. Michael was keeping me up all times of the morning, all times of the night, where he was getting 4 or 5 hours, just exhausted. And I'm trying to help him the best way I knew how, be there for him, support him, try to understand him with his diagnosis of having mild autism. This book, I got a lot out, like, of how I was feeling. I'm tired, but I love my child. I want the best for my child. I'm trying to help my child and trying to assist my child the best way I know how. This book is a relatable resource for parents who are doing the same thing each and every day. Routine. It is so tiresome. Routine is tiresome, right? And when you think about it, it's like, oh man, when are you ever going to get a break? When? Well, that break may or may not come for some of us, but I awake at the touch of 2 small hands clasped on both cheeks of my face, going up and down, up and down. Michael used to do this to me all the time, and he still does it. Stop, Michael, I say in a tired, not ready to get up voice. Michael rolls over, then turns back to me, smiles, and touches my face. I kiss his cheek, remove his hands from my face, and say, "Did you sleep well?" "Sleep well," says Michael. Michael often repeats my words, but sometimes he says his own words when asked a question. "Okay, time to get up and start the day," I finally say.
Question.
Michael excitedly jumps out of bed, flapping his hands and walking on tiptoes. He quickly spots his favorite toys on the dresser and starts to play. I let Michael play while I open the blinds and curtains. Sunlight fills the room. Michael looks up at the window and says, "A sunny day, Mommy." "Yes, baby, it's a beautiful sunny day," I say as I walk out of the room and towards his bathroom. Get the book. It's a great book.